Hello, and thank you for joining us for this segment of Daily Bible Bites at Mount Olive Multicultural Community Church. Today we are in chapters 19 and 20 of the book of Deuteronomy. You must set apart 3 cities of refuge so that anyone who accidentally kills someone may flee to safety. These cities must be scattered so that one of them will be reasonably close to everyone. If the Lord enlarges your boundaries, you must designate 3 additional cities of refuge. But if anyone hates his neighbor and kills him, the elders of his hometown shall send for him and shall deliver him over to the dead man's avenger to kill him. Never steal a man's land by moving the boundary marker. Never convict anyone on the testimony of one witness. There must be at least 2. If anyone gives false witness claiming he has seen someone do wrong when he hasn't, both men shall be brought before the judges. They must be closely questioned, and if the witness is lying, his penalty shall be the punishment he thought the other man would get. You shall not show pity to a false witness. Life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. 20. When you go to war and see an army far greater than yours, don't be frightened. Before you begin the battle, a priest shall stand before the Israeli army and say, "Don't be afraid to fight today, for the Lord will give you the victory." Then the officers shall address the men. Has anyone just built a new house, but not yet dedicated it? If so, go home. Has anyone just planted a vineyard, not yet eaten of any of its fruit? If so, go home. Has anyone just become engaged? Well, go home and get married, for you might die in the battle. Is anyone afraid? If you are, go home. As you approach a city to fight against it, first offer it a truce. If it accepts, then all its people shall become your servants. But if it refuses, you must besiege it. When the Lord has given it to you, kill every male, but you may keep the women, children, cattle, and treasures. These instructions apply only to distant cities, not to those in the promised land. For in the cities within the promised land, you are to destroy every living thing. The purpose is to prevent the people in the land from luring you into idol worship. When you besiege a city, don't destroy the fruit trees. They aren't enemies. So in these chapters, we are confronting, or we're seeing before us, a lot of issues that we face today. There's a lot of modern or contemporary issues that are packed in these couple chapters. When we talk about one of the issues, which is justice, I'm going to wait and hold off until our next segment of Daily Bible Bites to address that. But what I want to take a look at here is chapter 20. So he says here, when he's talking about, has anyone just planted a vineyard? Has anyone just planted a home? Is anyone engaged? Go get married. Go do this. Go do that. He says, if anyone's afraid, go home. And the reason that he's saying that is because he's saying you're going to frighten the rest of them if you are afraid. So basically what it's talking about here, again, there's modern issues, but to put it in terms that we can understand a little better, either shoot or get off the court. Are you going to dribble or are you going to shoot? Is basically what he's saying here. If you're not going to act, then move out of the way and let those who are going to act, act. Let those who are not afraid get it done. Don't allow your timidity, don't allow your fear, don't allow your hesitance to get in the way of other people's. Either do what you need to do or move out of the way, is what he's saying here. He also does bring in a modern issue here where he's talking about toward the end, when you besiege a city, don't destroy the fruit trees. They aren't enemies. Go after what you need to go after. Don't bring other issues into your beef, so to speak. He's also saying here, when we're talking about nature, don't let the environment take the brunt of whatever your aim is. Now, we can talk about finance. A lot of times people will forsake our environment in a heartbeat just so that they can get the money that they want and that they desire and that they can leave an inheritance to their future generations. But the inheritance is just going to be money. And what good is money if we don't have an environment or if we don't have a decent earth in order to leave to our descendants? That makes no sense. That is just like cutting off your nose to spite your face. Take care of the things that are around us. Take care of the things that God has given us naturally, and don't worry about the other things. If we're going to leave a good inheritance to our future descendants, let's leave them a good earth to begin with. But Again, focusing on the first part of, or the middle part of chapter 20, either do something or get out of the way and let those people that aren't afraid get it done. Because a lot of us are not just talking, we're walking, we're doing it. We're not just talking the talk, because at the end of the day, fast talk means nothing. Fast talk gets absolutely nothing done. Let's do it. Just do it. Thank you so much for joining us for this segment of Daily Bible Bites. Join us back again where we will tackle these next couple chapters and talk about our Jesus and the justice that he always has stood for. Thank you so much. Join us over at on the other side at www.dltmoreministries.com. We'd love to see you there. And as always, we love you in Jesus' name. Bye-bye.